10 seconds.
Now here's a man who could do a job. Chad Haga, a man from Texas, pretty strong in the time trial.
On the road, Chad Haga.
That day was a sprint workout day. We had a usual spot there about an hour outside of town. The feeling that I remember is just the initial reaction of like, she's in our lane.
Back in early 2016, Chad Haga's career was thrown into uncertainty when he and several Giant Alpecin teammates were struck by a car while training in Calpe. The 31-year-old Texan still bears the physical scars from that day, but the path he's forged since has served as an inspirational tale for any rider.
For 24 hours there, I really don't remember much at all. I don't think I lost consciousness. It just may be that my brain was like, this is a memory you don't want. We're gonna block this out. I realized I very easily could have died, and I wondered about my teammates and friends because all I could remember was the mental image before impact. I was like, oh, we got hit head-on by a car. I'm here, I'm alive somehow, but I knew nothing beyond that, and so that was my first thought. Really, it was all flesh wounds. The impact caused a lot of swelling to my knees, and they were very stiff and lacked range of motion for a while. But it was primarily just flesh wounds. Some stitches to my knee and my elbow, and then a lot in my face and neck. And it fractured my orbital, but that healed on its own and didn't require surgery. So while I was very seriously injured at the moment and had to be airlifted out, I recovered, not the fastest of all the guys, but Criterium International was my first race back.
That's Chad Haga, the American time trialist, who's just requiring a bit of attention and gets back on.
The mental struggle didn't start until I was racing again, really. I adjusted to traffic again fairly easily once I started training on the road, but physically it was really intense just because the physics of an impact like that, I never imagined the effect it would have on my whole body. So my legs were eager to get going again, but my body was just destroyed at the end of training every day. And it was a lot of work to get back. And then I started racing again, and then the mental side of it started in, where it's just not necessarily just afraid of racing, but afraid of crashing and being hurt again, just in general. So it took a lot of confidence building and working my way back into it.
Having since developed into one of Team Sunweb's key domestiques, Haga has been a regular fixture on the Grand Tour scene over recent seasons and played a decisive role in Tom Dumoulin's Giro d'Italia victory just 1 year after his horror crash.
It's just the most exceptional challenge that the sport offers. I mean, World Tour racing is the hardest level of racing in the world, and then a Grand Tour is stretching it into 3 weeks. There's nothing else like it, and I've always loved the challenge, and this is unparalleled. So just getting to the end of it is really satisfying.
And finishing the 2019 Giro was all the more satisfying for Haga, as with Dumoulin out of the race, the loyal domestique was able to savour some glory for himself.
He's got a shot at this, you know. Chad Haga could conceivably be going to the top of the timesheets. I think he's going to get there in time. Chad Haga has just 10 seconds to get to the line to deny Victor Kampenaerts a stage success. He's going to do that for sure. And at the top of the timesheets, it is Chad Haga of Team Sunweb. Chad Haga now, he's starting to believe. Smiles continue. There are still riders out there. Well, this is surely the biggest threat to his potential of taking a first World Tour success, first victory in Giro d'Italia. Primož Roglič trying to gain that position. He's going to fight all the way to the line. Is this going to be enough to move him back up and onto the podium? Primož Roglič has completed Giro d'Italia, 9th fastest for the Slovenian.
3 years on from that fateful crash, Haga had achieved his first World Tour victory in 2019.
Put things in perspective. I mean, even a bad day on the bike, you're frustrated with your performance, whatever, but you're like, it's bike racing. Have fun with it. It ends all too quickly.